Hi, I'm Nick Vitellari, and welcome to Road to Reinvention Conference 2018. I'm here today with Robert Houlihan, who is the Chief Product Officer for Mercury Insurance. And we're going to talk a little bit about vision in a digital era. Robert, great to have you here today. Thank you for taking the time with us.
Thank you for inviting me. Great to be here.
Yeah. So, it's interesting when we think about where things are going, and particularly in the automotive industry and insurance industry, there's got to be a lot of really challenging elements. So I want to ask you a little bit, how do you think about setting a vision, when things are changing so rapidly over the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, a lot has changed. I've worked in insurance over 15 years now, and just during that time frame, a lot has changed. I've seen distribution move from primarily being agency-based to customers calling over the phone, to buying over the internet. And interestingly, we sell in all manners at Mercury, and it's interesting that customers sort of morph back and forth between those channels. Customers just see themselves getting information. Sometimes they'll search on the internet, they'll go to an agency, they'll call, they'll buy online. But I see the next big change in distribution being voice, and that's one thing that we're starting to take a look at as well. So, preparing for being able to sell to customers the way they want to transact with companies, that's been a big focus for us. I think the other area, we talked about it today in the conference, is the movement towards autonomous vehicles. So obviously a lot of what our insurance at Mercury revolves around auto insurance, and that's going to transition from personal liability to product liability over time. So understanding the phases of how that happens and how a company transitions, how they take advantage of the new information, how they focus on new opportunities that might arise. Those are key things that we talk about every month at Mercury.
Because it changes the risk side, right, as well?
Oh, it clearly does. I mean, the cars right now are getting safer with all the accident avoidance technology. So understanding which vehicles have the equipment, how effective the accident avoidance technology is in lowering accidents is a very important element to pricing auto insurance and giving the appropriate rates to customers.
Interesting. So, you're in the middle of this change. So if there's one thing you could share with other leaders that are obviously dealing with the digital era and all the change in their industries, almost every industry is getting disrupted in some way, what would be the one thing you would tell them?
Well, I think if you look across industries, the key is to not just focus on the day-to-day, but take some time to step back and look where you see the business transforming over the next 3-5 years, perhaps even a longer term vision, and understand what opportunities may arise from that, and take some of your people and focus those individuals on some of those emerging opportunities, because it's very easy to get bogged down in today's business and not think about how things are evolving. So that would be my general advice, is to try to anticipate the future and ensure that you have some portion of your key talent focused on what new opportunities may emerge.
Excellent. Well, Robert, thank you for taking the time with us today. We really appreciate it.
Great. Well, thank you again.
That's Robert Houlihan, Chief Product Officer at Mercury Insurance, and thank you.